Hey, what's up guys? It's Online Money 24/7 and today we're going to be talking about how to make $10,000 per month drop shipping consistently. So without further ado guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. So step one, the first thing you need to understand in order to achieve this is that you need to build up your base, okay? You need to identify hot products and build your store. This is the first step before you can actually go ahead and start getting sales on your Shopify store. You have to first build out a good store, converting, nice logo, nice branding. Everything needs to be like on point, your colors, it doesn't have to be necessarily perfect, but it needs to be at least converting. Like if you were to buy something on your website, would you feel trustworthy buying from it? Take a look at other stores, see what's doing well, build your base first before driving any sort of traffic to your store. Because if your store is not a high converting type layout, which I have a lot of different videos on this channel going over what a good store looks like, check that first before you go ahead and drive traffic to make sure that people would actually want to buy in your store, okay? If your store doesn't look very good and you're just slapping products together, you're not going to really get much results, okay? Because you need to have a good store first, a good base to actually launch your products off of. Obviously, we're going to be talking about testing products later in this video, but that's the first thing. You need that base and a store, and you know what you could do? You can study what other people are doing, okay? Follow other pages, see what other people in the same niche that you're in are doing and copy them, okay? Don't obviously take exactly what they're doing, but get some inspiration, see what's working, what kind of colors work, what type of design elements work, general imaging and all that kind of stuff, because they already know the niche very well, okay? These people that have success on other Instagram pages, just look and see what they're doing and model it for your own store. Obviously throw a little spin on it. Don't copy them exactly, but you can see what's working, okay? Watch for shout outs on other pages so you can see what type of products they're promoting, what type of things that they're doing. Obviously, if they're successful, they know some level of what they're doing. If they're getting sales and they have a big store, if they have visitors and all that kind of stuff, they have some level of know-how to what they're doing. So identify what other people are doing. Make sure your store looks good and converting before you run any kind of traffic. So that's the first step, all right? Step two, the next thing you need to do is obviously do some analytics, do some science, do some research, all right? Test your products. Don't just jump to massive Instagram pages, big influencer pages before actually testing your products on smaller pages first. That's very, very key, okay? You need to start with smaller pages because if it works on a small page, it'll work on a big page. But you don't want to blow hundreds of dollars on a big page and not have your product work, okay? That's a big mistake there. So, you could do this testing your products out, collecting data through, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. There's lots of different ways that you can get traffic, even SEO and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of different ways you can get traffic to your store. The way that I recommend, probably what's simplest for most people, is Instagram shoutouts and influencers and stuff like that. It's very simple to get set up and do right away with your products and stuff like that. So see if what works, if your product works, and get data. That's the biggest thing here that you're doing. You're going to make profits. You're going to make sales, obviously, if a product is working well. But that's not really what you're after at the end of the day. You're after that data, okay? Because that data can allow you to scale up and make way more money in the future, which we're going to get into. But start out with like some sort of basic method at the beginning to get those conversions early on. Instagram influencers is a great way to do that. You could also do YouTube influencers as well. Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. There's lots of different ways to do it, but that's probably the best way to really attack it is to first test, start small, then work your way up, okay? Once you have that, next is step three, right? So we need to see what kind of sales we're doing and build the data with the Facebook pixel, okay? I've talked about the Facebook pixel before on the channel with Facebook ads and building out a lookalike audience and all that kind of stuff, but you have to first get data and build out your pixel first, which I have a video going over how to set up your pixel. You set that up. You set up your pixel on your account, basically on your Shopify store. What that does is it tracks conversions, it tracks visitors, where they're coming from, what type of actions that they predominantly make on your website. That's the main thing that you're looking for the Facebook pixel to track. It's going to track who's converting on your store. So when you're getting those sales from Instagram influencers, it will then track those conversions, okay? And we can use that data later on to scale up in a much larger way than just Instagram influencers, okay? So that's what you want to start with, is build the data. Now, in terms of building data, we want to get about 100 to 300 sales as fast as possible on that new product. That is winning, okay? Because if we don't have enough data, the Facebook pixel won't have enough to generate a good lookalike audience, and it won't work. Like, your scaling just won't work at all. You won't be able to build you know, a lookalike audience with the right kind of data. So, you know, having enough data, which 100, 300 sales should give you plenty, you know, maybe 150 in sales, that should give you plenty of data to then scale up and go onto Facebook, and it'll make it a lot more easier for you to actually build out a lookalike audience and scale up from there, okay? So that's like the first 3 steps you need to do before we move into the back end, all right? That's like the first thing you need to get down, master, and make sure that you have that working first before you even dive into trying to do different lookalike audiences and stuff on Facebook, because they just simply won't really work without enough data. So go out, test products on Instagram influencers, okay? That's the first thing. Now, after we get that data, we get those sales from the Instagram influencers, then we can move into step 4, all right? Which is the more Facebook advertising section, the big picture, okay? This is where we're going to make a lot more money, a lot more scaling, okay? So we're going to take that data to Facebook from wherever you got it. It could be Instagram influencers. It could be other methods too. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. That's just what I personally recommend because it's probably the easiest way to go in the beginning, okay? So you can create a campaign based around that audience with a lookalike audience. So what a lookalike audience is essentially 1% of that data is then taken from Facebook, and they go out and find people that look like the people that converted on your website. So you have a list, a running list of people that have converted, right? So it's going to take and try and find people similar to those people that converted on your website. And this eliminates the guesswork essentially from building out your Facebook ads, okay? Because when you're doing regular ad targeting, it's hard to really specifically figure out the age range, the gender, the interests, all that stuff. It's very difficult. It's really hard to do Facebook cold ads, okay? I spent hundreds of dollars doing that, didn't get any results, okay? So I highly recommend you don't do that. You know, go with the other methods first and then bring that data back in to scale up with lookalike audiences, okay? Step 5, next thing, obviously, we need to scale the Facebook, right? So we're going to just start small budgets and slowly work it up because you don't want to blast out your Facebook ads too quickly if you have results with them because they'll die. You can kill a campaign very easily if you scale it up too quick. So you need to do it slowly, just like everything else here. Do it slowly, okay? Slowly ramp it up. Have some patience with it. Let it collect data and analyze. But you know you want to scale it up, obviously, to make more money. Now, thing to understand here is Shopify dropshipping is kind of a volatile business, okay? Facebook provides the consistency. That's why I say consistency in the title of this video, because that is how you can achieve it through building out the products and the stores, okay? Because if you don't do this, you know, just only sticking to Instagram influencers, it's going to be a very difficult way to really hold your store long term and have any kind of real consistency, okay? I like consistency, all right? I like to know how much money's coming in on a day-to-day basis and stuff like that. I don't want it just, you know, scaling way up and then having nothing the next day, okay? Because that can happen with Instagram influencers when you're doing certain products. So that's the way to do it, is to make it less volatile by having that Facebook consistency there, okay? It won't fluctuate all that much in comparison to Instagram and what you're doing there. So next step after that, then, this is a really key thing here. I found this really nice infographic here describing front end and back end, okay? So obviously, you have your front end, right? You have your research, your writing, your editing, design, and all that kind of stuff. That's the artist side of things, all right? You need to work on your artistry, make things look pretty, nice colors, nice design, having it all set up properly so that people are going to actually convert on your site. You know, your ads, that's your design of those, the posts and stuff like that. Got to look and see what's working for other people. That's your front end. That's what the customers see from the beginning. Then on your back end, which is more so the ad side of things, is your SEO. You know, your search engine optimization. Are you doing blog posts? All that kind of stuff. Email, social, paid, different types of things. Your email marketing, the influencers that you're contacting, okay? The measurement and optimization of your ads, seeing what's converting, your products. All that stuff matters, and this is what you really have to focus on, is optimizing your front and back end, okay? The artistry and the scientist, okay? The artist and the science. That is what you have to master, is getting both of those down, because if you only get the front end down, probably not going to make any sales. But if you only have the back end down, it works. They work in tandem, okay? They work together. Backend growth, very key there, and that's how you achieve the consistency here, okay? With the Facebook ads, you scale up from the Instagram influencers first. You need to add at least one winning product every 2 months. You know, once you have a winning product going with Facebook, it's pretty passive, okay? You just have to maintain it and build it out. Obviously, you can scale up from there and build more success with that. Anyway, guys, don't miss out on results from getting your first sale all the way to scaling your Shopify store up. I have a Shopify mastery course where I take you step by step exactly how to start your Shopify store and get it all set up, as well as a Shopify 14-day free trial. Both of those are linked down in the description box below, so go ahead and check them out. As well as, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what the heck are you doing? Hit that dang subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well so you get notified for future videos, uploads, and all that good stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. But anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.